Smart glasses are back, and now more than ever, we're seeing tons of smart glasses hit the market, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. We've come a long way since the earliest pair of smart glasses, and today I want to show you what makes the Viture Pro stand out as some of the best smart glasses you can buy today. Full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video. Viture did provide the glasses and accessories for this video, but no money changed hands, and Viture did not get to see this video before it was uploaded. So first of all, what makes a great pair of smart glasses? Well, for me, it's the design and user experience. This is an area where Viture really stands out amongst the rest. The frames are made of an aluminum or magnesium alloy with high quality titanium hinges, making them feel incredibly premium without feeling heavy. Compared to any other smart glasses or VR headsets, the Viture Pros easily have the most attractive design, which makes them easy and acceptable to wear in public without suffering from what I would call Apple Vision Pro syndrome. You know, walking around with a giant computer strapped to your face. The Viture Pros literally look like a pair of glasses, and I love that. And because they're smart glasses and not a full-on headset, you still have full situational awareness without losing sight of your surroundings. Another feature that really helps with awareness is the special outer lenses. These are electrochromatic lenses, meaning you can completely black out your surroundings with the press of a button. You can also easily adjust volume and brightness using the buttons on the stem, making it super easy to make adjustments on the fly without needing to pull out your phone or dive through a bunch of on-screen menus. Couple that with the magnetic power cable, and that's what makes the Viture Pros so simple to use, even for non-tech people. Oh, and did I mention there's no battery? Instead, the Pros are powered by the device you plug them into. Pulling these out of the box, I fully expected to have to set aside an hour to set them up, get them updated and charged. Instead, I pulled them out of the box, adjusted the myopia knobs at the top, plugged them in, and was watching videos and playing games in less than 10 minutes. If that doesn't sell you on the idea of using smart glasses, then I don't know what will. That alone makes the Viture Pros the most approachable smart glasses I've ever used, and that's a good thing, especially for people who've never used them before. Inside the glasses, however, is where the real magic begins, and is where the secret behind the Viture Pros comes to light. Literally. The Viture Pros feature two Sony micro OLED displays that can pump out 4,000 nits of brightness, which is absolutely nuts for a device this tiny. The reason they need to be so bright is because smart glasses don't typically have a screen directly in front of your eyes. Instead, you're viewing a reflection of the displays. That's what these special inner lenses are for, and as a result, means you're getting over 1,000 nits of perceived brightness, which is brighter than most laptops and even some smartphones. The best way I can visualize this for you is to compare it to a heads-up display in a car. As you can see, my speedometer and other information are seemingly floating on the windshield. Well, the display for that information is actually tucked down into my dash. As a result, the display has to be super bright in order to shine through the special lens that reflects the information so we can see it on the windshield even in broad daylight. Pretty cool, right? And if you look closely, that's almost exactly how the Viture Pros work, but instead of one display, there's two. One for each eye. This means while wearing the glasses, you're going to see what looks like a 135-inch screen at 1080p. The reason for this is mainly due to the distance between your eyes and the displays. These special lenses help magnify the teeny tiny image to make it feel much bigger than it is. It's magic! Better yet, the displays are 120 Hz, which is a huge upgrade over the Viture One glasses. This makes the Pros perfect for gaming, and that's exactly how I use them. These make gaming on your Steam Deck that much better. Seriously. I've recently been hacking my way through Elden Ring for the first time, and I've been having a blast playing on this huge screen. And not just on the Steam Deck, even using these connected to a laptop like the Legion 7i makes for a much more comfortable gaming experience when you just want to sit back and play your games on the biggest screen possible. Keep in mind, you'll need to make sure your laptop supports display out over USB-C, usually in the form of Thunderbolt, otherwise they won't work. That being said, if you're living in a small or shared space, using something like these is a game changer. They're extremely bright, ultra clear, and the colors look incredible for a screen tucked into a pair of glasses. One of the things Viture said they worked on with the Pros was their edge-to-edge clarity. As a result, text was sharp and easy to read across the board, so long as they were positioned on your face correctly. Thankfully, Viture includes a ton of different nose pieces, in case you can't see the whole screen. Speaking of comfort, I found myself being able to wear these for hours without much, if really any, eye fatigue. I'd say the only thing that bothered me was probably some pressure pain on my nose due to the nose piece. This will probably be different if you use one of the more padded nose pieces, but generally speaking, these are actually comfortable to wear for extended periods, and they look cool. What makes them even better is the speakers. They're powered by Harman, and trust me when I say they are impressive. They're tucked away on top of both stems and have these little outlets at the bottom that funnel all the sound directly into your ears. My favorite thing about them is that they get loud enough for you to enjoy them without disturbing anyone around you. Similar to how the displays work, the speakers sit so close to your ears that they don't need to get that loud in order for you to hear them. Think about how earbuds work. When they're in your ears, they're loud and easy to hear, but put them on a table and you can barely tell there's anything even playing. The Viture Pros use this to their advantage and function almost like earbuds without having to go in your ears. Another plus if you ask me, because having to wear earbuds or headphones to use these would kind of kill the experience, and trying to listen to sound off your Steam Deck or your phone just is kind of a disconnected feeling. Now, they aren't gonna rival a good pair of earbuds like the Nothing Ear A or AirPods, but they're more than good enough for general use, and if you really wanted to, you could still use them with earbuds for better sound, or you're on an airplane and you want active noise canceling. But honestly, you don't need to. Overall, I have nothing but great things to say about the design and user experience with the Pros. They check all the boxes for what I'd want out of a pair of smart glasses in 2024. Easy setup, accessible controls, dimming lenses for privacy, excellent speakers, and most importantly, great visual quality. But someone in my last video called me out saying, "So what? No negatives? These are a perfect product?" Well, the answer is no. Obviously, they're not perfect. And there are some drawbacks and a major elephant in the room I want to address before you hit the buy button. First and foremost, the fitment. This will always be a polarizing topic, as fitment is going to be subjective and unique to everyone. And for me, it was an issue, at least initially. Like with all smart glasses or VR headsets, you have to spend time getting things adjusted to your face. The issue I ran into with the Viture Pros was that I struggled to get the entire screen visible while wearing them. I either was missing some of the top or the bottom, depending on how they sat on my face. This meant I was constantly adjusting them. That being said, a quick swap of the nose piece did alleviate that issue for me. But generally speaking, getting these to look their best can be a chore, especially if you're new to smart glasses. So don't expect to put them on for the first time and have them fit perfectly. It'll take some time to adjust and find what works best for you. In that same vein, because of how the displays work, there was also some noticeable color shifting when viewing off-axis. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but I also wouldn't recommend using these for editing or any color-sensitive work. I actually don't remember if these are P3 rated, but even still, I'd stick to a color-calibrated display if you do any sort of editing. Not only that, but since the screen is fixed, this means when you move your head, so does the whole screen, which may be a bit distracting or annoying. Personally, it didn't bother me unless I was using them to type or read small text for a period of time. There's also a lot of light leak. And yes, I know that's obvious, they're a pair of glasses, but in certain conditions, I actually could see the reflection of what was below the glasses while wearing them, which was really distracting. This only really happened in brightly lit areas where the floor or table I was sitting at were brightly lit. Basically, I could see my hands or my feet, and as you can imagine, is really disorienting, especially if you have motion sickness like I do. Again, not a deal breaker, but more so another observation I made while using them outside or in a bright room. I actually did use these both outdoors walking around and while doing things around the house. In those instances, I found you could easily see some reflections of the outside world within the glasses, which sometimes took away from the experience even when the lenses were blacked out. Honestly, blacking them out only made the reflection worse. The glasses also get really hot, especially outside. The right stem in particular. Thankfully, it doesn't touch your skin when you're wearing them, but you can definitely feel the heat coming off it after extended periods of time. It's not hot enough to burn you or cause any discomfort, but you can feel it, and it is noticeable. My only guess is because of how bright the displays have to get in order for you to see them outside, and just like a projector, the brighter it has to get, the hotter it gets. And these glasses are passively cooled, meaning there's no fan or anything to cool them down. They never shut down or overheated on me, but it's something to consider if you plan to wear them outside all day. Also, probably worth mentioning, these have no water or dust protection. You may be able to get away with wearing them in the gym, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially with, the 3-foot cable hanging off the back. Probably not a good idea. Finally, let's address the elephant in the room, the price. Despite being chock full of amazing features, I just can't get over the price. The Viture Pros are $550, although they're currently listed at $450 for a limited time. This is where I tell you it's kinda hard to justify buying these unless you're into smart glasses and really want the Apple Vision Pro experience on a budget. But for everyone else who would likely buy these for gaming, I'm not sure I can truly recommend them for most people. $550 is the same as a brand new 256GB OLED Steam Deck, which has its own beautiful OLED display, not to mention doesn't need another device to function. A brand new OLED Switch is only $350, leaving you $200 for games. Even at the sale price of $450, it's just a little too rich for my blood for what the glasses offer on their own. Even though they offer some unique features like support for Apple's spatial video and 3D, you can only use those features with the non-included neckband or mobile dongle, which we'll get to in a second. But to be honest, none of that stuff mattered to me because the glasses themselves couldn't do any of it without optional accessories that added on to the already expensive price tag. I think you could take some of those features out, drop the price another $100, and now we're talking. Make these $250 to $300, and I think it's an instant buy for a lot of people. This is a tough one because I absolutely love these things. They're objectively good smart glasses, period. But if you ask me if I'd buy them with my own money, probably not. They're just not a necessity in my gaming setup and aren't cheap enough to be classified as an accessory in my opinion. But don't get me wrong, they're damn good, just not $550 good. But what about the accessories? Does that make them worth it? Not really. Viture has a few main accessories for the glasses: the neckband, the mobile dongle, and the dock. The neckband is sort of a companion to the glasses, serving as an Android device you could wear around your neck. Plug the glasses in, and now you can use the glasses standalone, almost like an Android tablet. The neckband itself is made from similar materials as the glasses, folds up, has some useful controls, and comes running Android with a whole host of built-in apps, including Xbox Play and PlayStation Play, allowing you to stream your console games straight to your glasses, which I'll admit is pretty cool, especially if you do that. Beyond that, you can of course log into your favorite streaming apps and watch movies, videos, or whatever. You can even connect the limited edition 8-bit DO controller to play your games. I didn't personally use the neckband much because I could just as easily plug the glasses into my phone and get a similar experience. This is through their Spacewalker app, which I have to say is really well done. I won't dive into too much detail, but the Spacewalker app basically turns your phone or Mac into a control hub for the glasses, similar to how the neckband works, offering you the ability to sign into your favorite streaming apps, or if you're on a Mac, the ability to use a virtual desktop, which I know is a fan favorite amongst mixed reality users. But for me personally, I just didn't really use it for that. While the desktop mode is cool for creating multiple floating displays, I primarily do a lot of editing, and as I mentioned before, I don't think these are great for editing, thus sort of killing that use case for me. But all in all, the Spacewalker app definitely gave the glasses a lot more life. And hey, it was free, so that's a win. Now, the dock is where I actually encountered the most problems. Despite it feeling like a premium external battery with extra display support, it has one major flaw. If you have it plugged into your Steam Deck and put your Steam Deck to sleep, it'll temporarily brick the entire dock. The first time this happened to me was right out of the box. I actually thought it may have shorted out and ended up having Viture send me a second one, only to find out it happened again. However, if you let the battery completely drain on the dock and then plug it back in to charge, it will come back to life. It's a strange bug that, if you don't know any better, could really ruin your experience and consequently the glasses. That being said, the dock has a 13,000 milliamp hour battery and 3 USB-C ports, one for your Steam Deck or Switch, and 2 ports for connecting 2 pairs of Viture glasses. Using the dock will extend your battery life substantially while allowing you to share your screen with a friend. Sadly, the mounts that conveniently attach the dock to your Steam Deck or Switch are sold separately at $30 a piece and are kind of necessary as the included USB-C cable is super short. I found that when playing Elden Ring, I could play for a solid hour straight before the dock would die, leaving whatever battery I had left on the Steam Deck to keep playing. It's a nice bump in battery, but once it dies, it causes the glasses to go black right in the middle of your game, forcing you to frantically unplug everything so you can continue playing. Which, if you're familiar with Elden Ring, you know you can't really pause the game. Generally, I found it wasn't worth carrying around, and instead opted to just plug the glasses directly in most of the time. Pricing for the accessories doesn't make it any better either. The dock is $160 or $130 on sale, while the neckband is another $200 or $180 on sale. Come to think of it, I think everything on the Viture site is currently on sale. So by the time it's all said and done, a full kit's gonna run you over $900 or $767 on sale via their Ultimate Pack. The only accessory I think is worth grabbing is the mobile dongle. It's still a bit pricey at $80 or $60 on sale, but does unlock some cool, unique features of the glasses I mentioned before, like the spatial video and the 3D stuff. It's a little goofy looking hanging off your phone, but does provide some cool extra goodies if you plan to watch 3D movies or really use these as a mobile movie theater, which is probably the most compelling use case for these outside of gaming. Ultimately, if you're looking for an Apple Vision Pro-like experience at a more affordable price, definitely get the Viture Pros. Alternatively, if you're just a normal person wanting to see what these were all about and if they're even worth it, then I'd say hold off for now. While there's tons to love about the Viture Pros, I can't personally recommend any normal person rush out and go buy them. But hey, if you're looking for the best way to up your next in-flight entertainment and don't mind dropping a few $100, you won't find a better XR experience out there today. The Viture Pros are hands down my favorite gadget of the year so far, and I'll definitely be bringing them with me everywhere I go. But that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, hitting the like button goes a long way in supporting me and the channel, as well as hitting the subscribe button. You can also find more exclusive content over on X as I post there pretty much every single day. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.